tutorial on exporting from Premiere. So step number one is you just want to make sure that your timeline, your sequence is cleaned up. To do that, I'm going to go to the end of my video. I'm going to use the down arrow, up and down arrows. With the down arrow, I'm going to go to the end of my film and I'm going to push the down arrow. And if the playhead doesn't jump, this blue line, if it doesn't jump out here, it means that this area is empty. If there were a clip out there, and let's say it was very, very small and hard to see, which would be something like this. Let's say there's a little clip sitting there. If I zoom out, that becomes invisible. So I would go to the end of my film, and I hit the down arrow, and if the playhead jumps, even if you can't see anything, there's a clip there. If I hit the plus button, I can zoom in, find anything that's out there, and delete it. Now the other thing you can do is you can use an out point. An out point is a little more sophisticated, but if I go to the end of the clip and I push the O button, it will create an out point, and now only the portion that's highlighted will be exported. Okay, once that's done, I'm going to go to File, Export, Media. So that's File, Export, Media. And we get this new panel. It looks pretty busy, but you're really only doing these four things up here. The first thing is the name, and I recommend you give it a much better name than the default. Do the date, so it's going to be 2022. It's now October. And I'm just going to put in the 4th. I'm just going to put in a random date here. And then I'm going to put in a name for me to remember, something I can remember. Second is the destination. Where's the new file going to go? And before I do this, I'm going to go look at my hard drive real quick. I'm going to open Finder, navigate to my hard drive. And by the way, see this ghost? Don't worry about this. These little ghost files up here, this is kind of a special. Don't worry about that. That's nothing. Just focus on these here. I need to make sure that I have a folder created where my finished films are going to go. And I've created a folder called Final Films. So I'm going to go back to Premiere. I'm going to click on the blue text right here. I'm going to click there. And it's going to give me this. Now this is a Finder window, and this drives me crazy. If you see this little tiny arrow right there, if you click that, it'll turn into a normal Finder window. If I click it again, see how it collapses? Okay, so I've already done the name. Now I'm going to choose the destination where the new file is going to go and hit save. Okay, after that, I'm kind of going to jump down here to this fourth one right here where it says format. And I'm going to switch the format so that it says H.264. That one right there. Click that. And if yours doesn't say this already, you can make it just say match source right here. What this means is that it's going to create a video of the same resolution. If your video is 1080, it will make a 1080 version. The rest of the stuff we can skip, pardon me. But one thing we do want to do is if we peek over here on this screen, this area over here is a preview. And it's sort of showing us what's going to be exported. So I can take this little scrubber, I can grab a playhead, and I can see the entire film that's going to be exported. And probably most importantly, I can see the length. This clock right here is giving me the position of this playhead. And so if I look at this, and right now it's at 1 minute 46 seconds, if it seems off, then you can cancel, go back, and make sure you're exporting the correct amount. In any case, this looks good, and so my last step is to hit export. The computer's going to make a new piece of video. This might take a minute or two. Okay, so the export is done. I'm going to jump back to Finder. I'm going to look in my Final Films folder, and you can see that the tag on it is MP4, which is a very common tag for video. My next step is to put it onto Vimeo. Now, it is sometimes worth looking at the size. You'll notice that this thing was just over a minute, and it's 197 megabytes, which is quite small. And it is quite small because it's an H.264. So I'm going to go to Vimeo now, log in. And once I'm in Vimeo, I'm going to hit the new video. There's a couple buttons, but basically these teal colored blue buttons. I'm going to go to upload, choose files, navigate to my hard drive, to the film, hit enter. It's going to upload, and from there, once this is done and Vimeo is complete, my next step is I'm going to go over here to the gear on the far right where it says settings. Click that, and then down below it, open the new button that says advanced settings. Click that, and this is really the screen where I can control everything. I'm going to change my title first. This is going to be edit number 1, and then I'm going to put my full name. Don't really need a description. You're more than welcome to add one, but it's not necessary. And then the next most important thing I'm going to do is add it to the group. So this is going to be RTVF 153 Fall 2022 right there. And then I'm going to hit save. There's only one more thing I need to do. Last thing is I need to take this link right here. So I'm just going to highlight it. I'm just going to open it. I clicked on the link. I'm going to copy the link right there. I'm going to take that over Canvas, and that's what I'm going to submit for grading. Okay, so over here, assignment number 1, right there. I'm going to click that, hit the blue button, new attempt, paste in a link, and hit submit. And those are all the steps for export. So again, to export from Premiere, clean up the timeline, File, Export Media. In this window, be sure to name it correctly. Send it to a destination on your hard drive where you're going to put all your finished films. If it doesn't say match source already, you can switch it so it says match source. And then switch this format to H.264. And once that's done, check your timer. Make sure this looks like the proper length for your film. And then go to hit finish or export. Okay, break a leg.